Welcome back, everyone. Breaking the cycle of trauma, but making it affordable to heal and move forward.
Clinical mental health counselor Cindy Chia is joining us now to share her journey and how she can help. And whenever we talk about trauma, I always wish we had so much more time than just a couple minutes. But we are going to dive in and do what we can to help people. How does trauma get tangled up in all of our lives?
Yeah, so that's the demonstration that I would like to show you guys today. So I want you to hold this. Maybe one of you hold this backpack. How does it feel like now? Light, heavy? Pretty light? Okay. This is how trauma gets tangled up, right? So I'm going to share a little bit about myself, my healing journey. As a child, my dad was pretty emotionally abusive towards me and our family. Every time he yelled at me for maybe doing something wrong or maybe like having a, just a child mistake, he's instilling trauma in me. Now, do you want to try?
Yeah, similar, and I would say, and this is personal, but my relationship with my ex was not healthy.
Right.
And then also, continuing that every time. Yeah.
So it's getting heavier.
Yeah.
So I have my rock over here, and this would definitely be going through a traumatic divorce 4 years ago. Put that in.
Yep, and it keeps getting heavier, right? And now, maybe body image. How, as women, I feel like, or even men, we feel like we're always not good enough. We want to be thinner, we want to be prettier, and, whatever. So that also makes it heavier. And maybe communication. We are not able to communicate how we feel, or not being able to communicate how we feel most of the time. For me, it was with my parents. I couldn't, I was seen but not heard. So every time I suppress my emotions, it goes in there. Would you want to do the honor?
Similar to the trauma may be passed down to your kids.
Yeah.
And that's something that you have to heal from.
Exactly. So now, let's see.
And this is what we're carrying.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Every second.
If we don't choose to heal, that's what we carry with us. So now I want to talk a little bit about my course, right? So how do we heal? Where do we even start? The course called Unbreakable, we make it very bite-sized for us to chew on, trauma, because trauma itself is already so heavy. So we want to make it as easy, as seamless as possible. Now, we identify our trauma. A lot of people, we don't even know what our triggers are. Sometimes it can be a place, a smell, a certain smell, or seeing some people. That can be pretty traumatic. So what the course does is to identify what the triggers are, and then, and see what we can do with that and help you manage with that. Now, we also learn about communication. How do we communicate our feelings effectively? Sometimes when we're not taught about communication a lot. So sometimes when we communicate our feelings, we can be very angry or like very attacky. So that makes people shut down too. So
defensive.
Yeah, defensive, yes. We talk about how to communicate, and we also talk about resiliency, how to be resilient through our healing journey. And sometimes too, interestingly, when we talk about trauma and healing, we talk about how heavy it is. It doesn't have to be. And that's where the next one will come to, growth after trauma. So we don't really talk about growth after trauma because we don't know sometimes what that looks like, or we don't know what the light is at the end of the journey. But I also want to point out sometimes growth includes grief as well. Believe it or not, a lot of people around us do not want us to heal because maybe what we have now is to their advantage. They're taking advantage of maybe our niceness, our kindness, our generosity from not healing. So grief with people sometimes can be tricky as well, and we talk about that. So we make everything, we break it down, and we make everything pretty easy to process on your own, and obviously with some guidance as well from the course to make it interesting and relatable.
What have you seen the outcome of people who go through your course?
Yeah, so interestingly, I've been working on this course for 2 years, and I started implementing it in my practice as well. One of them, she's also Asian American. She came from Vietnam. She has always been timid and shy and very low self-worth and low self-confidence. When we started our healing journey through the course, she broke up with her then boyfriend. because she just realized like the relationship was just not doing her any good, and it was pretty toxic. And she reconnected with her mom. So basically, she forgave her mom for a lot of the childhood stuff, and they were able to reconnect and have a new relationship. She also got a new job. Because she knew that she was underpaid for so long because she never spoke up for herself. So healing was able to bring that out for herself, to stand up for herself.
Interesting, the domino effect that healing has.
Yes, and she even told me that she looked better too. She's like, I just feel so much confident.
Well, you're lighter.
Yes, you're
right,
so
the stones
much
are gone.
lighter.
You are lighter. So the trauma course is called Unbreakable.
Yes.
It's $4.99, but 50% off for Good Things Utah audience members right now with the code of GTU. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
For our viewers. That's the website on your screen. That's Cindy's Instagram, and there's a link on our website at abc4.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, you both.
Thank
I
you
really
so
enjoyed
much.
the segment.
All right, let's send things over to Dina now, who's live at the Healing Field in San Diego.